Hello.
Hi. Hi, hello.
So many of you, actually not many of you, I don't even think I capped 100 on that devlog, but whatever. Some of you might have seen that there was a game making in the progress. It didn't work, and that got canceled, actually kind of quickly. We're making a new one.
With, good omens this time. This is gonna
Hopefully it'll
work
get
and
done.
happen.
Yeah.
We're good.
Want to stay hopeful. Pester me if I don't get this done. Blow up my inbox.
Do it! I dare you. So we're making a new game, and we're calling it Seed. And we're calling it Seed because part of the download idea that we intend to implement in it, like downloading it and actually playing it, have a lot to do with seeding, torrenting, which for many people you say torrent and they think, oh god, the cops, someone's gonna come arrest us.
It's
Chill.
not this kind of torrenting. That's the illegal kind of torrenting. Believe me, there's a difference.
I'm not the best at describing how torrenting works. There is a tech quickie video that will describe it to you better. Basically, torrenting is when you download a little bit from other people who have the file already. Because of the way it mechanically works, torrenting itself isn't illegal, and I would say it's damn near impossible to make it illegal. The illegality...
it's just an action.
Yeah, the illegal... I don't know, random actions that have been made illegal for no apparent reason.
You get a point,
crossing the street with a goat on a Sunday and sometime it's like...
Good point!
That's a legit law.
Also, I'm pretty sure it's illegal to tie a giraffe to a street in New York City. But,
reasons.
Back to the point.
So torrenting itself isn't actually illegal. The illegality that comes with torrenting isn't actually the action, it's what you're torrenting. Because when people torrent things, it's normally blockbuster movies and AAA game titles. Yeah.
But in this case, we're telling you it's okay to torrent this game.
We're actually putting it in the base coding of the game.
Yeah,
you don't need uTorrent or anything like that.
Torrenting. But that's not a bad thing because
you're allowed to for this. We're actually kind of making you torrent this.
But kind of along the same lines, it's not full-on torrenting because it's more of a communication aspect of it.
Well, doing the calculations is an intercommunication. We'll get to that in a second. But actually downloading the game is going to be a torrenting deal.
Probably just stick it in a drive folder and have Google deal with the downloads. Being honest here, it's what I've done for every other program that's on this channel. Just end up on Drive, download it from there. By the way, this thing will probably not auto-patch, so unfortunately every update, there goes another annoying download, because I don't know how to save files with this thing yet. This is going to prove a problem.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We'll get there later.
I am intending to attend a local community college for a computer networking degree, and I'm hoping that maybe somewhere along it something that will help this pop up.
Sweet.
Hopefully.
That is far out of my range of expertise, so...
The other end of it that makes it kind of interesting, it kind of pulls the seed aspect into it, is the calculations.
A lot of them are done client-side, not server-side.
Well, most games are either almost completely client-side or completely server-side. There are pros and cons to each of them, and I can tell you firsthand that some of them get very dramatic. I have a ridiculously strong computer that can handle many things at beautiful graphics qualities at least 55 FPS, and being used to 20, I'm happy with 55. But I also have Juno. Juno is
the greatest internet.
Juno is an ISP.
Face, so the sarcasm on it is not coming across very well right now.
Juno is an ISP whose mainstream and almost top internet connection speeds are 700 kilobits per second. I'm not talking like a little bit slower than Charter. Charter is
levels of magnitude lower than Charter.
Charter is on average 60 megabits per second, at least their advertisements claim that.
So this is 1%.
This isn't 1/60th the speed of Charter, this is 7/10 of 1/60th the speed of Charter.
Or 1%, basically. A little bit over 1%. Let's just call it a percent.
Ridiculously small. It's ridiculously slow. So I can notice the difference between client-side and server-side games, and the differences have shown through painfully in two games that I like to play. So I'm going to change the names of those two games a little bit for reasons, because YouTube, one of them...
Space Ninjas. And,
Space Ninjas, and the totally not obviously everyone knows it planet.
Yeah, sure.
Now, the first one, Space Ninjas, is almost entirely client-side, and I can tell because I can play it on beautiful graphics qualities with my internet with very little screen lag. That being said, I don't really like playing with other people online, so it doesn't really affect me so much, but people will teleport if I play with other people online, and it's kind of funny sometimes. The other one, the changed name is too long for me to remember, something about it not being a secret.
I'll probably just tack that.
Something about a planet not being a secret, you know.
Definitely not. Definitely not obvious which one that is.
That one's almost entirely server side, and I can tell because my computer can't handle. What is it, like 300 by 400 resolution?
Well, it's
with like
graphics,
no.
That's the issue. It's just transferring all of the information.
Well, yeah, but it shows through in the graphics. It shows through in the graphics.
Well,
like none.
Yeah.
Like my computer can't handle anything over basics, and even then it can hardly handle basics because of the way that game is set up.
So that's what this client side sort of thing is for.
But
even if your computer doesn't have the greatest networking, you can still play the game because a lot of the stuff is done on your own computer. The server will check in every once in a while and make sure no important information is changed, obviously, so we don't get
Of course, the plus side of server side, the plus points of server side is that it reduces actual physical space consumed on your computer, it reduces the requirements to play the game, it reduces download times whenever there's a patch out. There's a few bonuses here and there. So we're trying to do a balance by actually referencing an old cell phone company that was purchased by another one, and the old one used a technology, I don't remember what it's called, but as long as you were in range of someone else who was in range of someone else who was in range of a tower, you could make calls, send and receive texts without being in range of a tower, because it piggybacked off other people's cell phones, which acted as mini towers.
So in a way,
what we'll be doing is trying to make it so that we're kind of pulling off what Stanford University is doing with Folding at Home. It's sort of a proof of concept, sort of an experiment, but it's also a resource.
It's both research and kind of a test at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. What they're doing is, so long as you download the app and you meet a couple certain requirements with some things, you'll actually be allowing Stanford University to use the background resources that you're not using for your computer, smartphone, whatever, to investigating how certain proteins fold, and that impacts things, certain diseases, certain cancers. I've been doing it for a couple months with my phone off and on, and so far I've contributed a little over 2 days worth, almost 3 days worth of time to breast cancer research and HR2 gene or something like that.
But it comes down to it, though, like, the more people you have committing these bits of information, the faster the calculations go.
Yes.
Which is where a lot of this idea comes from. So when you've got like 1 or 2 players playing the game, the server can handle it because it's just 1 or 2 players worth of calculations. When you get like a couple hundred to 1,000,
it gets a little bit more
it's
intensive.
a bit too much. And since this game really doesn't have any budget, I don't mean like the budget is endless. I mean this has a literal $0 budget.
The budget is zero.
There is nothing we can spend on this.
We're basically doing this for shits and giggles on our own dime, on our own time.
Pretty much. So whatever comes out of this is going to have no money investment. So we don't really have the option to upgrade the server. It's what we have. We have extra parts. We can put it into it, make it a little bit better, but there's no way we can handle thousands of players playing. Yeah. But because of that, we don't want to stop people and limit it to like 5 or 10 at a time, because that's not the point of an MMO.
It's
you
not
play
very
it with
massive.
yeah,
5 or 10.
it's a different type of MMO. Minute multiplayer online. It's a new type of game. Completely sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So at the risk of doing that, this is where client-side calculations come in. If some of the stuff gets done on the computer of the player who's playing, depending on the speed of the computer, it'll take the load down on the server and decrease the response times for certain things. So like, instead of having to have the server complete the action for you and then see it on your screen, you complete the action and the server tells you, oh, sure, that was a fine action, or adjust it accordingly if it's not what it sees fit.
But it's not like we're doing it where everyone has to handle 2% of the server load.
No.
What we'll be doing is we'll be trying to use the client-side program to ascertain different computers' power.
And based on that, the slower computers won't have to calculate as much, and more will be left to either the server or local players.
But people with computers like mine, with the 9590 chip on, ridiculousness.
Stuff like 10 levels above my own.
I'll be handling more of the calculations than, say, the kid with the laptop next to me.
Yeah, which,
Sorry
by the
to call you
way,
just the kid with the laptop.
yeah. By the way, a lot of the future videos should be on the desktop that shows up in about half my videos, but for some reason I keep jumping between the two of them. It's just I don't have access to the desktop right now. It's off somewhere else.
Reasons.
I won't have it for like another week, but from then on I should have it and be able to make any future uploads from there. Unless I'm not where it is, because I don't like lugging that thing around very much. But anyway.
It is a desktop.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain.
No.
Not that heavy. It just
It's not
punctures
like
holes
mine.
in my coat every time I carry it, so
It's
that's
not
a
like-
thing.
It's not like one. It punches
Yeah.
holes in your coat?
It's got metal sticking out. It pulled a thing of like thing. What is the stuff?
Thread?
No, the fluffy stuff inside the coat. Whatever that was, it
Fleece?
pulled out a string of fluffy stuff. I then proceeded to use a pencil to stick it back to the hole, and it hasn't come back out. But
Fleece?
sure,
Stuffing?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, pulled some of that out of my coat.
That's hard, bro.
No, that was my bad. I hooked it wrong and clipped it, and then when I pulled it off, it tore down.
Oh, in that case, you fool! You damn fool!
I know. What have I done?
So, back to focus here.
Yeah.
Back to focusing.
Tangents
So-
all the time.
Naturally, this is going to open up doors to hacksaws, Haxxorz,
Hacksaws.
because hacksaws to manipulate certain aspects of the game and their character and ultimately synthetically advance themselves in the game without actually putting that much time into it.
That's where the server check comes in. Don't quite know how it'll work just yet, but we will have the server checking in on clients and making sure there's no odd sets of information lying
Yeah.
around. Like, there's a difference between lag causing inconsistencies and blatantly changing
Hacks
data
causing
values.
inconsistencies.
We'll state now, we will not tolerate cheating in any regard.
Absolutely not.
So,
We will-
please, don't do it. Otherwise, we will find a way to stop it. Might
We
take a little while, but it will stop.
We will penalize you to the fullest extent of which we are capable to penalize you. That being said, for the love of God, do not pull a Tom Brady and go to the Supreme Court to come against us. That's needless. Deflategate! Yeah,
Oh,
topical
okay.
humor!
Okay, that's what that was.
So here's where we get to the fun little realization part. We have all these mechanics and all these concepts, but we have
We don't
no
really have a place to put them.
game world.
Yeah, that'll come later. Then again,
We kind of have just like our universe after the Big Bang, where it's really hot and there's nothing in it.
yeah,
Um,
not much useful going on.
We have a lot of ideas. We'll work on
It's this
something.
big blank square with a bunch of cubes on it. You jump up the
Literally
cubes.
blank square with blank cubes.
So
Like-
it's a brown plane with a bunch of white squares.
and a skybox.
Yeah, and then
Skybox.
a character from a thing that I shall not mention. But
Because copyrights.
yes, but I model myself. I'm not showing the front. I'm not going to state what the model is because
If you figure it out for yourself, good on you.
kudos to you.
Silence.
It's just a test model. It doesn't express anything related to the game.
It's something we had lying around. Please
Yeah, pretty
don't
much. I needed
hang us
modeling
on us.
experience. I made this, and it worked. until I get a fantasy concept to actually make a legitimate character, this will be the test model.
So one of the ideas we had was that the weapons that you would craft, find, buy, whatever, what have you, would have their own souls. We kind of pulled the souls thing out of our asses after we decided that we want to have the weapons turn into sort of drone partner AI type deal to fight with you,
So,
to fight alongside you.
if you're playing the MMO, you don't have to play alone if you like to play solo. You can play with something else. It's going to be an AI in the server.
If you're
No,
like me and
no,
either
yeah,
don't
you're
want
like
to
me
or
too.
can't,
You're
you
like me
can.
too, because I don't really... It's funny, I play MMOs, but I play them alone.
Me too.
Yeah,
High five for
Yeah.
lonerness.
yeah, virtual high five. Nobody saw that.
High five, people.
Yeah, high five the camera. Whoop. Oh, there it goes. Thud.
So we have the weapons turning into drone AI partner type deals to fight alongside you, so that you're not completely alone. To validate this story-wise, we decided to go with the weapons having their own souls. So then Genius Me says, wait a second, weapons having souls? That sounds like a real-world place in a real-world point in time!
This happened in the pause between things.
Yes. Pause between things?
The break time. This happened in the break time. Between when we said we had nothing and now. Somewhere in there we decided we actually do have something.
No, when I said we don't have nothing, it's just we don't have much of anything.
I know.
I mean, we don't have much of
I'm
anything.
being literal.
So the idea is to place it either in an alternate reality, historical Japan, or in a new, totally fantastical place
But
that we come up
base it-
with that's
base it
based off
little
Japan.
Yeah.
Pull a Hetalia thing where we reference World War II and the entire story is actually World War II. You know.
Copyright.
Copyright.
Yeah. At this point, I feel like at the end of the video, I'm going to have this copyright compilation.
Copyright. Indeed.
I'm going to do that, but I'm not going to put anything on the video so I don't get anything from this, so that
Of course.
they can't track this down.
Of course.
They can't penalize me, so I'm not making it just creativity.
They'll still try, though. They'll
I
still
can't make
try.
anything off of it.
But they'll still try.
It's just mentioning names.
People on YouTube are being dicks. They're just being absolute, like, phallic objects. Engorged
it's
phalluses.
that and anyone who reports unnecessarily. I've heard of some ridiculous things. Okay, I get, like, music artists wanting their songs taken off. I can back that up.
I kind of understand, but at the same time, I kind of don't. Location blocking.
Like,
What location blocking? Why?
but like, okay,
But whatever.
That's also frustrating.
It's,
Like-
I'm trying to listen to some Vocaloids and I can't because it's location blocked. Like, damn it. No, you don't. I don't know what you're talking about. Cough, cough, wink, wink.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't say I have places for those. Whoops.
We have no recollection of what it is you speak of.
Yeah.
Talk to our lawyers. Oh, wait, we don't have any.
I'm gonna really need some hardcore editing of this thing. Can either make it really serious or add in a lot of these jokes.
Yeah.
Might just make 2 videos for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's make 2 videos and include all this ridiculous stuff that's happening.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So this is that.
The copyright compilation.
Yeah.
Where we just end
The
it with
2016 copyright compilation.
where we just end it with the phrase people on YouTube are just being engorged phalluses. It's ridiculous. Phalli. What's the Roman way of phalli? I think it's phalli. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's phalli because it would be like Philippides if it were Greek, but it's Latin, right?
It's not like a name.
Philippides.
It's the Greek equivalent of Robert. Okay, I don't want to offend anyone with the name Robert, so I'm not going to put...
Oh my god, no offense to anyone named Robert.
No offense to anyone named...
We're just making a reference about how your nickname could be Dick.
In Greek.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's apologize for this, but... Okay, I'm lightheaded now.
Roberts.
YouTube is being a bunch of giant Roberts.
Giant gorge.
Okay. Back to the point. We're not going to do this without laughing, are we?
I'm crying.
Okay.
I'm actually crying.
Best joke I've cracked all year. Actually, best joke of my life, which is kind of sad. Okay, so yeah, that's that. Your weapons will fight for you. That came out of nowhere. Serious level, just jumped right up.
Why are you gonna do that, man? I was crying laughing, and now it's like I'm at a funeral. I'm crying and I'm serious.
At least you're not laughing at the funeral.
Maybe a wedding, because I'm crying, I'm happy, and I'm serious.
That's better. Better.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Let's
No,
not
I
go
never
with
said
laughing at a
funeral.
funeral. I feel like that's in bad taste.
Unless you're the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. You can't understand what I mean, which you soon will.
I guess,
Yeah,
No
song
offense,
references! Yeah!
I missed all that.
I'm the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I mean, which you soon will.
Oh.
No?
Nope.
God damn it.
I got no.
Lyrics! Lyric finder! Where are you? Find!
We just got so derailed.
Like a train.
I like trains.
I like trains.
Okay.
I'm the kind of guy that laughs at it. Bare Naked Ladies, 1 week. That's the song. 1 week.
I did not know that.
Okay.
You learn
Okay.
something new every day.
Learn
Learn something new while making a devlog. That's a first.
It's odd.
So I don't think this is technically a devlog.
I'm pretty sure this is just us laughing
This
at
is-
terrible jokes we made.
Yeah, pretty
now.
much.
With like
I
some
think
dev
we've
stuff.
covered like half of this. Actually, a little bit over half. But yeah.
So,
Okay.
So the weapons will have turning into AI and other combatants.
Just to make things a little bit more interesting. Not like the basic attack something immediately sort of AI. Not like the stupid type of AI. I've had AI companions and things, and
they'll be.
I can't stand when they
It'll be
don't do things.
It'll be passively stupid enough at the start, but I do have an intention of making the AI. AI.
Oh wait, that's I. That's a website, by the
Oh
way.
god.
I.com. Don't question it.
I will look it up later.
There's also I.com. That this is the ballad of the horse with a spot on its forehead. Don't question. Don't.
I will be making. I do intend to make the AI more intelligent as time goes.
I'm a
on.
programmer, though. I'd be making it more intelligent. We plan to make the AI more intelligent.
We indeed. Except
Yeah.
I keep seeing the Unreal AI board, Unreal Kismet, and like
How does that one work? I do it in Unity. I'll admit,
it's
AI in Unreal is probably going to be better than AI in Unity.
it's kind of visually based. Like you drop in a square that says if, and then you drop in a square
Yeah.
this, and you draw a line between them.
I'll admit that's probably better than typing it up in Unity, but I know Unity, and some of the resources in Unity I really enjoy, so I think we're going to stick with the Unity engine.
Yeah, it has the Guitar Hero effect, where it's good, easy, and awesome for people who don't know what they're doing, but for people who do, it's
Yeah.
really difficult.
Well, like, I can't visualize it at all, so yeah, I think we're going to stick with Unity. Okay.
We will be attempting as well visual novel style communication with
one.
NPO. Fine, you do it.
I've done everything up to this point.
Just because you keep like laughing, joking, and then stopping, and I'm like, okay, we got to keep.
Because I start, then you make a comment, and then I start laughing when you reach a word.
you keep going.
It's just a vicious cycle. By the end, it's going to be you're saying
You
everything,
gotta-
because I have to cut out everything I say.
You got to put the foot down and actually,
know.
like,
Okay,
say
there.
something.
I'm not going to kick very loud.
God damn
If
it,
I was at
no.
home, I would kick loud, but
Put
whatever.
your foot down and say something.
Foot down. Anyway, so with this game, we're going to be attempting an interesting, different sort of communication with the NPCs.
Sure.
It's going to follow a visual novel style. So when you actually talk to them, you can see an image that can react. It's not just going to be 2D flat images. We want these to move just a little bit and show some emotion, because that's one of the things I've been finding when I play these RPGs. The AI or the NPCs, they don't show any sort of emotion. It's just walls of text. Sure, you can attach your own emotion to it, but maybe that wasn't intended, and so many distractions. None of you watching this realize, but by now, whatever the length of this video is, multiply it. Yes, it's about probably 5 or 6 times longer than what we actually are up to this point, which kind of says something on how much we get distracted, which is the reason we never actually completed the first one. That, and we bit off way more than we can chew. So this one, toning it down a little bit, actually a lot of it.
30 different types of trees that all have unique characteristics.
And then all the different ores and gemstones. Holy crap. That was just sitting there. We sat there making different types of trees, then decided how these would affect the fences you make out of these trees.
Yeah.
Seriously, there was a section on our concept spreadsheet that was just fences and the different types of fences and what would happen if you made them out of different types of wood.
We may just open that up to you guys to see, just to see the ridiculousness of this.
No,
like,
please no.
I kind of
actually,
like,
yeah, okay, fine.
This is beyond ridiculous.
We'll pull this up in. We'll pull this up right now.
Oh yeah, you're.
You thought we weren't kidding when we said we had a list of wood. Look at all the wood.
Very many different kinds as well. Good as treehouse. Yes. No.
Yeah.
No.
Sure.
No.
The innuendo
no,
was great.
Yes. No. Yes. Yes. No. 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 Yes. Yes.
We're
no.
breaking the wood through other wood. Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Yes. We were not lying when we said there was a lot of wood. There is lots of wood.
What about the other stuff? We had like ores and stuff too.
Okay. I mean, weapon types, item styles, the classes. Oh yeah, there was a lot of this stuff. Just different subclasses and all of the descriptions on the right. Comments and comments. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make people play in Cape Cod because why not?
Yep.
Not sure how many people actually know what Cape Cod is. Whatever.
It's the Cape. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look, different stones.
Probably never heard of it.
all the stones. Character stuffs.
Icon.
Oh yeah. This
Yeah.
this stuff might actually get implemented. Being able to change your avatar character in 2 pieces. That's not relevant. I learned something better. One-piece character.
That's basically what you're doing, though.
Yeah, I'm animating the upper body and the lower body separately, so the upper body can do an action while the lower body walks instead of sliding across the ground.
That's kind of what I was getting at by saying character in 2 pieces.
Huh? I'm the one who typed that.
Oh.
A lot of these sheets you kind of left. Oh, never mind. I didn't make the last edit.
Hair, Akatsuki style. I don't know hair types.
This was originally a loggerized.
Fill this in for me. Fill this in for me.
Oh yeah, because I don't know that. Nobody came around and edited it. Oh yeah, the fish butt heads.
Who even is he?
Fish butt and head. Yes.
Why are we doing this?
So, for any of you who didn't see, in the original concept, there was a Sahagin, or however you say that, model. And I can't model for crap, or I couldn't at the time. I just didn't know what I was doing. And the thing looked like it was a fish with a butt for a face. It was terrifying, especially when they walked droning slowly toward you.
Have you ever played There's Poop in My Soup? It looked like that kid.
Oh god, I don't even want to know what that was.
The kid has a butt for a face. Just look up There's Poop in My Soup.
I will do that later. Kid? Oh, awkward. Nobody saw the nobody saw this. Aw, her finger's back. If you look at the other image, she has 6 fingers. Oh wait. No, she has 6 fingers here. No, she has 5. I can't count.
Zoom in, you fool.
No, she has 5 fingers. I counted. I don't know where the other image is. It's not zooming very well. See, just 5. This is the revised image. I'm disappointed.
Oh, that's her arm. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
No, she doesn't have a 6th finger. Actually, I think that's her leg. Whatever. Anyway. No, that's her shoulder. There we go. Anyway, I'm gonna close that. Close the email. Your phone goes off. This has just basically become a train wreck of a thing.
Named Fish Buttonhead. That was a glorious idea, though.
It was. Okay.
We have to keep that.
We'll implement a quest in the early portions of the game where you see the old Sahagin model, get terrified of it, and find out that they're named Fish Buttonhead. Spoiler alert! Not really a spoiler. Yeah, okay. Back on track. I'm going to go here so I'm not distracted by it.
There's actually three Sahuagins standing one on top of the other. Oh,
Right,
and
we
the
missed
email.
one thing important. So there's magic in this. Yeah, let's just be
Magic.
blunt. Magic. We don't really know how our world is going to handle it, like what actually causes the magic or why it's there.
If
Just-
you look
we
into
kind of-
many,
we kind of-
if you look into the sort of alt pop cultures, anime, manga, video games, movies, literally every world handles magic in a slightly different way.
We'll find our own way. In
Once
the
we-
meantime, it's just kind of there.
Once we nail that out, we'll.
Yeah, once we
figure
get a world set up for ourselves.
that, or we may just confuse the hell out of people and use like 5 different ones depending on area.
Oh, that'd be weird.
Regional-based magic types because reasons. Because
However, I think that might be a bad way to go, only because we're 2 programmers working in
Yeah.
a game,
Yeah.
and until we.
But that's just the way the magic works. Is just backstory. It's just extra info.
Sure. So in one place you draw from like trees, and the other place you draw from the blood of thine enemies.
Yeah.
Sure.
No. Depending on where you originate your character from, that's the kind of magic that you are
Oh.
attuned to.
Okay. Well, I mean, the way it works now.
Then the
is weapons
blood
just
magic
have-
versus elementalism.
Oh well,
deal.
kind of just gonna throw this out there. The way it works now is the magic is built into the weapons. Before you ask why that's the case, we mentioned AI as weapons, so the summoned AI can use their own spells as their magic.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, for now the magic is attuned to the weapons, and everything you get comes
Yes.
from the weapons. There isn't really much of a player involvement when it comes
What
to
if it's
skills.
less regional and more like
Maybe-
region of
maybe-
origin of weapons?
Yeah, maybe
So, like,
drop region determines spell types, or spell archetypes.
So like a katana would use more like Shinto type,
That could
like
work.
ancient Japanese type magic, but then a longsword would use like British dark magic.
I mean, I don't want to limit it to just those types,
Yeah,
but
no,
like the
obviously.
chance of getting it from a certain area might increase more so.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's still this
Like, you're
weapon
more
has
like-
magic.
you're gonna be
it still,
more
it
likely
still
to-
has some sort of element system, or not that it has to have some intense element system, but I don't want to have just like 4 magic archetypes. I want like, well, the Shinto style, it might have like some form of
Shinto's also religion more so than anything else.
well, you said Shinto style, so I'm just
Yeah.
going off of that. Or like
That
the
was my
dark
blunder,
magic,
I'm sorry.
like a fire-based dark magic, or like something along
Yeah.
Earthbound. Yeah, it seems we covered everything. So
Everything except the email.
I think we mentioned before this game has no budget. Don't mean a budget ceiling. I mean,
It's not
$0 budget.
It's, like
yeah, we don't have any money to put into this game. So the downside being we have time, but 2 people's time, or 3 or 4, depending on if we get more people, is still extremely limited in what we can do. So we'd like to reach out to all of you watching this. If there's anything you would like to submit,
we would be more than
Great.
appreciative of it. I have a 9-to-5 job and I'm about to start taking up classes soon.
and I've got
I
intense
can-
classwork over the year and over the summer.
I can almost tell
I'm
you what
looking for-
every one of my Saturdays are booked with for the upcoming future. It's heinous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
And that doesn't mean that neither of us want to do this. We want to get this done, but
do.
there isn't enough of our own time to do it.
You know, maybe if I had
So-
2 or 3 other me's. it would
Yeah,
be
but
as much an
unfortunately,
issue.
we haven't got far enough in scientific advancement to,
astral
self-clones.
projection.
yeah. well,
Astral
actually, not
projection.
clones,
And
but- yeah, you get the
clones,
point.
clones would take time to mature. You'd have to plan
Yeah.
ahead for clones.
To do it at birth.
We'd have to figure out some astral projection nonsense like that.
And
that'd be
yeah,
cool.
at that point, the amount of effort just wouldn't work. It's not reasonable for us as game developers with $0 budget.
Unless we
So-
hit that like singularity point where like
We hit a
Humans-
singularity and the universe ceases to exist. And
no, not that. I mean, I mean the point. I think that's the term they're using when like technology becomes integrated into human beings because of its advancement, and then we can just
then
like
we could do this. But in the meantime, we don't really have the time to pull off getting all of this done.
Yeah.
So we'd like to reach out to all of you watching this, and if you have anything, we really would appreciate any sort of submissions. It's anything is a help. I
We
mean,
have,
unfortunately, because we have no budget, we can't offer anything like monetary sort of compensation for this. It's just if you want to.
best we can do is
appreciate
names
it.
in the credits.
Yeah, of course.
We
If you
appreciate
send
it.
anything, we definitely have you marked down as, well, you made this. I mean, if we
Maybe
manage to get maybe on the actual thing itself in the game, if we can figure out how to do that. I mean,
Maybe a
I'm
fruit
quite
basket
figured
at
out
Christmas
why.
if I can afford it. You know,
Well-
and you help out a lot. You know,
gonna have
become
to
my best friend
gonna
and
have
how
to
much you
say
help.
that one. That one clearly depends on how much we get. 'Cause
Yes,
while we would like to send you all a fruit basket for a submission,
I'm
those
not going
can
to send a
get
fruit basket to
really-
someone for like one picture that we can't use because it's like too obscene.
Okay, valid point. But
That being said,
while we would
no
we would like to
hentai.
send-
Official rule: no hentai. No
hentai on
ecchi.
the public page.
Keep it
I'm kidding,
PG.
I'm kidding.
No, you know what? Keep it E10 plus. We'll keep it E10 plus. Can we do that? E10 plus.
It's not that bad. Okay, dude, basically, use your judgment. Don't do anything explicit.
Yes, we will let you know if you cross any lines.
And if those lines are crossed, we will not use it.
That being said, we should probably actually tell you where you can go to submit
Yeah.
this artwork.
If you're looking to contact us, we have two places. We've got the official email, which you'll see on screen now. You can reach us there with, well, anything.
Where?
Thoughts, concerns, suggestions. It's After Effects.
Oh,
Throwing it in
okay.
there afterward. No, I'm not putting it up on the screen now.
And it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, you can contact us here for anything. Submit things if you want. Give us suggestions, any thoughts, concerns. We'll really hope
this the-
I respond to these quickly. Load, internet, load. The script blocker isn't helping. All right, you take over now.
All right. So I did set up a Seed Artwork DeviantArt page group deal type thing.
Yeah, whatever this is.
I'm hoping this is going to be, if it works the way I want it to. I've honestly never used DeviantArt before in my life. I am not the artistic type.
Neither have I, but it just happened to work, so now it exists.
And those 10 page views are pretty much all us.
Trying to debug the system.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the thing.
Basically, what we're hoping you'll be able to do here is post any artwork you think would be suitable to it, any at all, as long as it's not in reference to something copyrighted. Like I swear to God,
don't do copyrighted things, or if it has a copyright on it, go for the pose and tell us that it's copyrighted. So that way we just reference like poses and such.
there's a difference between copyrighting a piece of paper and copyrighting the artwork that's drawn on that piece of paper. That was how it was described to me at one point.
Oh, actually, that's a valid way of putting it.
You can't copyright the piece of paper, but you can copyright the thing that you drew on the piece of paper.
Yeah. Art is the word.
No, stop there. No.
Okay, yeah, no. Actually, that one doesn't even deserve the name. No.
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 No. Oh, yeah. Need some wall breaking sound in there. Really delayed wall breaking sound.
Oh yeah.
See?
Oh no.
This is why we need seed servers.
You don't.
The ping is too high.
What? The ping is too high. Oh
It
yeah.
took too long to send the break sound. No.
That was intentional.
I knew it was.
That goes in there, or I'm done.
Fine. Fine.
Even if it's just the start of the grunt, that goes in there, or I'm done.
And okay, I'm censoring that. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to submit anything, here's a page. I believe you can automatically become some sort of contributor in here and post artwork without us having to be there. As far as I know, that's how it works. So either send something here or send something into the email. If you post something here, because this is not attached to the email just yet, please shoot us an email and
We'll
say something, and we'll get back to you on that. This was not done very well.
Because we're losers. So distracted by our stupid jokes.
Yeah, by the way, this has been recording for an excessively long time. It's
Couple
just
hours. Few hours.
Yeah, probably about
Hours.
2 or 3 maybe.
I don't know. How much extra time did I get on Shinobi's contract purple pennant? I don't know.
By the way, I'm not putting this in the video. I'm only going to tell you something's a thing. I'm not going to tell you what it is. This is pretty great.
What?
I wasn't lying, see? Okay, so I'm pretty sure we covered everything there is to cover for this. That, I think, concludes it for the introduction. For any of you who still want to stick around, we have a devlog to do, because we wouldn't just say we're making a game without showing the little bit of progress that we have. Because, you know, that just doesn't seem typical. So,
Oh.
What? Who's making that?
No, there's a clip I saw on Facebook where some dude, like, cheap shot at a Twinkie.
See what I mean? Distraction.
I was just gonna share a thing, and that was the first thing that showed up. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'm not actually gonna copy another YouTuber's outro because reasons and copyright.
Thank you all for watching. Copyright.
Copyright.
Yeah, like saying thank you is copyrighted to anyone.
Oh, see.
What's next? The word hello being copyrighted?
Is it me you're looking for? And they want that hello.
I would be okay with that hello.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, this is taking forever. So yeah.
Poop?
Yes.
Poop shit.
Nobody has any idea what's going on. Some conversation happened in the middle of this thing, and something broke my computer, let's just say. This makes it sound much worse than it is.
And it's poop. Poop.
You know what? I need to edit this out.
That concludes this broadcast day. Thank you all for watching, and good night. Question mark.
Thank you all for watching. Actually, yeah, probably good night, or have a nice day, depending on when you're actually watching this. Yeah. But yeah, really appreciate you sticking around for the length of this video. It was probably pretty long.
Anyone who actually gets to see that little restart button at the end of this video, you need to go get yourselves a cookie for dealing with our shenanigans this whole time.
Achievement get sat through one of our long commentaries.
Hours and hours.
Oh wait, we still have the devlog to do.
Oh, no.
I know where you were going with that. Okay, so for any of you who want to stick around after this, buy yourself 2 cookies, because you have to do
and some milk.
Yeah.
Unless you're lactose intolerant, in which case I'm sorry.
Doesn't like it. But
what? Okay.
I don't like milk. It's just me. Now the internet knows. I'm bizarre. I don't care. Whatever.
We're all weird. We're all weird in our own beautiful little ways. Except for this kid, because he doesn't like milk.
So that's okay.
Even lactose intolerant people like milk. Milk doesn't like them, but they don't.
I see how it is. I just won't include it in the game.
Can't not include milk in the game.
Yes, I can. I'm the one programming this thing.
Do not start a war you can't finish, boy.
Oh, I can finish it. Until there is a second programmer, no one else has the control. I can do what I want. Anything.
You underestimate me.
I have the power.
As do I.
Okay, so that concludes this devlog. Onto the devlog portion of this. I've said devlog twice. This was the introduction. Onto the devlog. There you go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our wonderful alternate reality Japan. It's a brown square and a few cubes.
We weren't kidding. There is almost nothing here. I hope this loads quickly. The first time it took about 15 minutes because, screw laptop loading time. I'm actually working off an external hard drive and it's going off of like a USB, so it takes a little while to load.
Oh, let me know when we get there. I'm gonna go play. Oh wait, wow, hi.
I was gonna edit in some elevator music, but that was pretty quick.
Don't you mean some Muzak? M-U-Z-A-K?
Ah, well, I had to click the screen. Ignoring the fact that walking backward every walking direction causes the same animation, and
moonwalk like a boss.
Yeah. I'm gonna be
that hair looks
Michael Jackson.
Plastic though.
Huh? I am aware, but as I said, I can't model very well. I've done a lot of this by hand. Actually, all of this by hand.
You gotta.
Yes, I know the hands are bad too.
You gotta get that.
Don't judge.
You gotta get that quantum break in hair skills going on.
I
I need to make a copyright thing,
Yes.
do I? Yes. All right.
Yes,
I was
you
a
do.
little late on that one. Yeah.
Dude, if Quantum Break doesn't win Game of the Year, I swear to God.
So I upped my mouse sensitivity for this. I hope this makes it. No, I need to do it. Okay. So here's the prototypical concept of what's going on. There really isn't much to see except wow, you can actually step up that. I didn't know. There's a little
Impressive.
gap. I thought it was gonna bug out.
Me too.
Yeah, you can walk up cliffs. I mean, there are downsides to this, but so far we have a working attack animation. Yes, I know the animation sucks, but it's a placeholder and it works. But you can do it while walking. You don't have to do this unlike the previous concept and do this long, like 5-second attack animation and then continue walking when you finish. It's just attack while you're going.
Man.
You're so underwhelmed.
Yeah.
Try programming this.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
When I have a weekend. When I actually have a weekend.
Yeah, I know. In the meantime, don't judge that much. It's not that bad.
Hey, I'm only making one judgment on this, okay? I'm just making that one judgment
I'll
very
just-
apparent.
I'll just make all the other devlogs of my own.
Alright.
Actually, that might be more work on my part. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna drag you into these.
Good
Yeah,
for you.
yeah,
Drop back. Yes, I'm good.
yeah. So that's that's this. That really didn't
Climb
make any
the
sense.
stairs.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna point out the problems as I do the advantages. Fortunately, the motion system gets you stuck in things when you jump, like at them. I will obviously be fixing that. This is bug number 1 on my list, but just jump out without walking forward, and it gets kind of easy enough. You get used to it after a while.
Which unfortunately isn't something that can be allowed in video games.
Oh yeah, no, we'll get rid of that as soon as possible. But in the meantime, working on it, it's not hindering me.
Show them the
Yes,
teleport
I
to the
know.
ground.
Yep. So you step over the edge just a little bit to the point where you can't attack because it thinks you're in the air, because it doesn't understand that being right next to a cliff is not the same thing as being in the air. Actually, yeah. Yep, just like that. It's going to prove really weird. Let's just wait for the acceleration to kick it to gravity, and then teleport to the ground. Oh, that wasn't actually fast enough. You get the point. While you stand over the edge of the cube, you still accelerate downward. The G-forces on you get really intense, to the point where when you walk off the cliff, you smack the ground at near light speed.
Which would be awesome if we could attack in midair, because that would do like some really sick clamp.
I'm patching that. I'm patching out the ground fall movement.
But the teleport to the ground clandestine attack.
But
They're hiding in the rafters, and then like a raid boss shows up, and you're like,
I mean-
time to die! Boom!
yeah, but not like the teleporting ground fall attack. There will be something eventually where you jump off and you do like a sword pound to the ground. Sword pound, yep. I mean, you can jump off just like that and do a normal attack just fine. Except now it's going to be a ground attack because I timed that, but you get the point.
Yeah.
There really isn't much to it. In the previous game, there was a parkour system. Don't intend on bringing that one back. That was the that was the bane of my existence, programming that. So much movement. And now that I've improved the combat system to something reasonable, adding a movement system that advanced is just going to screw with the code. As it is, I almost broke this thing several times, and this is just the early stages. Worried about later. As it is, though, this weapon has fire and lightning attacks. Yes, I know, it's normal attacks, but if you call your spell out, call your trusty fireball, and yeah, it's very smoky. As you would expect with fire. I mean,
I honestly thought it was ice the first time he showed me this.
yeah, I know, it gives the illusion of that. It's kind of smoky.
Like, the smoke needs to go up, bruh.
I might make it more particles and smaller.
And not all fire makes visible smoke.
I know, but whatever. It made it easier to see. Oh, crap. Technical difficulties. Okay, I just got showed a joke from on the phone. Kind of funny. Now we're back. Not that we actually went anywhere. Yeah, unfortunately, there was a little bug, and it didn't load the resource. There we go. So yeah, fireworks. You can throw fireballs, and they explode. Mouse is getting places where I don't want it to be. There we go. Much better. Also, lightning balls. It's also a thing. These also explode. This is really just it. No comments? Okay. So really, I don't think there's much left to show. A little bit to state, the systems in this game are a bit more advanced. The movement system uses combines the one built in with one of my own, which allows advanced movement and acceptable hitboxes. The problem with the other one, you were always a sphere, and you can clip things with your head without things mattering. It's the biggest problem there. That should be fixed in this. You shouldn't actually be able to clip your head against anything. The weapons have spells built into them on top of archetypes of weapons, so designing items in this game shouldn't actually be that tough, which will be nice considering it takes a lot of effort to actually make things, or it did in the previous game. There was just a lot of scripting to do. In this, it's make a basic object, attach a couple things to it, and the rest builds itself up. Should make keeping this up to date a lot better. As for what's coming up next, I think there's just hitbox detection, maybe? So, like, the ability to clip things with your sword and deal damage. One of the basic things coming up next. There isn't really much left to do. I do plan on throwing basic AI movements soon enough, but nothing advanced. And shortly after that, I'm going to tack on the multiplayer. Yes, I know. I'm going to tackle multiplayer in this thing really early on. Before that's, I know that sounds like a bad idea, but it won't be server-based. It'll just be one of those local things I can play with anybody helping develop. But in the meantime, there really won't be anything to release until it becomes acceptable. But I will keep you all up to date. I think I want to do one of these once every week or so. Just state the little updates that have gone through. Probably won't be too much, but you never know. You have any more comments?
No, I think we covered everything.
All right, then. That was the devlog portion, which, humorously enough, didn't actually take very long at all. Yeah.
You stayed on track this time.
Yeah. Actually, I stayed on track. You stayed on your phone, but nobody saw that. Yes, I did. Actually. Yeah, it's kind of funny. If any of you watching go below your screen and look at the cube on the right, there's this like circular arc of weirdly colored like white stuff.
Yeah, it's
like
visible.
gray.
You know it's there.
Weird. When you look up and it's straight, it looks perfectly fine.
No,
Thank
it's
you,
visible.
Unity shading engine. Actually, I have no idea what's going on there.
It's
yeah.
pretty much perfectly visible.
I wonder what's causing that. Oh, it's shifting between far resources and close resources. That's why the cube is so big. It actually has to distinguish. Gotcha. It's the quality dropping. That's what's going on. Whatever works. Anyway, so that's that. You've made it through a. Damn it, Steam. You've made it through the introduction and a devlog.
So get yourself another half a cookie.
Yeah, thank you for watching this special.
And if you're taking a half of an Oreo, make sure you get the half with the cream side.
Yes. Give somebody else the other one. They're not
I'll eat the junky no cream one for you.
Yes, send us all your Oreos.
Send us all your half Oreos.
No. They'll go stale by then.
Just make sure it's in a Ziploc container. And vacuum sealed.
Vacuum sealed. Just send it to space for packaging.
You know, I honestly don't mind. Like, one of my favorite things is when the thing of cookies in the kitchen has been open for a while.
And they're slightly stale?
They're kind of stale.
I kind of like that and kind of don't. It's weird. In some cases, yes, it's fine. I don't like it with chips. With chips, that's no.
Yeah,
With cookies, it's actually not bad. I will eat stale cookies. They'll sometimes be to the point where they're about to be thrown out. And I'll be like, no, I will eat those. They are mine now. My cookies.
They are mine.
Yeah. Nobody else wants them. We got sidetracked again. We can't do outros. So yeah, thank you all for watching this 500 sub special. Yes, I know. Probably not that impressive, but I don't care. It's 500.
Impressive for us.
Special number. I mean, yes, I probably should have done something back then for like 100, but I didn't think of it at the time, so I'm going to do it now. Really appreciate you all sticking around for this long. It's been a couple years and still sticking stuff up on this channel. I know it's kind of rare, but I'd like to make things a little bit more frequent, and hopefully we can go from there. Not sure how many of you are watching at this point, but really appreciate you sticking around to the end.
And if you're still watching, Don't get that half cookie. Get a full cookie.
You deserve it.
A second cookie.
Get 2 full cookies. But thank you all for watching, and hope to see you again next week.
Bye-bye.